Welcome all to the lecture on numerical methods MA 8491 Unit 1 Solution of equations and eigenvalue problems. In this section we are going to discuss iterative methods. So in the previous section or lecture 2 we discussed direct methods. So now we are going to discuss indirect methods or iterative methods for solving system of equations using Gauss-Jacobi and Gauss-Seidel. Now the given system of equations with three unknowns are given, and it can be solved by iterative methods only if the diagonal should be diagonally dominant. The elements in the diagonal should be dominant. For example, for the equation 1, the first element is A11. The diagonal element is A11, and the second row, the diagonal element is A22, and for the third row, diagonal element is A33. So, for the first row, A11 should be greater than A12 plus A13. Addition of two terms should be greater than the first term, and the second term A22, determinant of A22 is greater than modulus of A21 plus modulus of A23. And for the third equation, these two terms combine together. So modulus A31 plus modulus A32, if we add these two terms, this should be less than modulus A33. That is, A33 must be greater. If these conditions are satisfied, then we can use the indirect methods. So the absolute values of the leading diagonal elements of the coefficient matrix A are greater than sum of absolute values of other elements. That is, the system is diagonally dominant. Only when, if the given system of equation is diagonally dominant, we can use these methods. Now Gauss-Jacobi method, we will be given a set of equations and we should check the diagonally dominant condition. Then we can write x in from the first equation. From equation 1, we can write a1x is equal to d1 minus b1y minus c1z, or x is equal to 1 by a1 times d1 minus b1y minus c1z. Similarly, from equation 2, we can write y, and from equation 3, we can write z. So, these are the values of x, y, z from the given set of equations. So, this is our first step. Now, we shall start with the initial approximations x0, y0, z0 in the place of x, y, z. And if we substitute the values of x0, y0, z0, we get the values of x1, y1, z1. And substitute x1, y1, z1, we get the values of x2, y2, z2. And we should continue this procedure. The process is repeated till we obtain the difference between two approximation is negligible. That is, the two approximation, that is the 6th and 7th approximation or 5th and 4th approximation are approximately equal, that is nearly equal. When we get the nearer values, we can stop the approximation. And Gauss-Seidel method is a modification of Jacobi method. As before, we are given three set of equation. From equation 1, we can write x, and from equation 2, y, and from equation 3, what is expression of x, expression of y, and expression of z. Okay. So, these are the expressions from the given equations. Now, in Gauss-Jacobi method, we substituted the values of x0, y0, z0. Here also, we are going to start with the initial approximation, which each value may be taken as 0. That is, for the equation 1, we substitute y equal to y0 and z equal to z0. In equation 2, we get x1. Okay, so in equation 2, if we substitute y0 and z0 here, we get the value of x1. So y0 and z0, we get x1. Now, in equation 2, in the place of y, here we substitute the value of z0, and in the place of x, we should substitute the value of x1. We get y1. Okay. So, in third equation, in the place of y1 replace, in the place of y replace y1, and in the place of x replace x1. So, substituting y equal to y1 and x equal to x1, we obtain z1. That is, this process of iteration is repeated till the values of x, y, z are approximately equal. But in Gauss-Jacobi method, we substituted x0, y0, z0 to obtain the first approximation, x1, y1, z1. And if we substitute x1, y1, z1, we obtain the second approximation, x2, y2, z2. But in Gauss-Seidel method, we should substitute y0 and z0 to obtain x1. And to obtain y1, we should substitute the nearer found value x1 and z0. Similarly, to obtain z1, we should substitute x1 and y1. So, this is our first approximation. So, there is difference between Gauss-Jacobi and Gauss-Seidel method. So, in Jacobi's method, we substitute the whole expressions to obtain first and substitute all the values to obtain second approximation. But in Seidel method, we should substitute the next find value. If we substitute for x1, found x1, then substitute x1. If we find y1, substitute y1. Similarly, for the second approximation, we should substitute y1 and z1 to obtain x2. And to find y2, we should substitute x2 and z1. So, the next found values are immediately substituted. To find z2, we should substitute x2 and y2. So, this is our second approximation in Gauss-Seidel method. So, we will see some problems. Solve the equation 27x plus 6y minus z equal to 85, x plus y plus 54z equal to 110, and 6x plus 15y plus 2z equal to 72 using Gauss-Jacobi and Gauss-Seidel. So, we are rewriting this expression, and here the equations are not diagonally dominant. Since the first expression is 27x plus 6y minus z. In the first expression, the first value is diagonally dominant. But in the second equation, the second value is not diagonally dominant. So, we are interchanging the equation. Second equation is written as third equation. X plus y plus 54z equal to 110. And the third equation is written as second equation. 6x plus 15y plus 2z equal to 72. Now, if we check, we can get the diagonally dominant equations. So, this is our equation 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. So, from this equation, we obtain the value of x. And from equation 2, the expression for y. From equation 3, the expression for z. So, these are the expressions of x, y, z. So, first we are going to find the values of the equation, that is the solution of this equation by Gauss-Jacobi method. Now, we start with the initial approximation x0, y0, z0 as 0. So, in equation 1, we substitute x1 equal to 1 by 27, 85 minus 6 y0 plus z0. Which is 1 by 27, 85 minus 6 times 0 plus 0. So, while solving this, we get 3.148. And in the second expression, y1 equal to 1 by 15, 72 minus 6 times x0 minus 2 times z0. Which is 1 by 15, 72 minus 6 times 0 minus 2 times 0. So 72 by 15 is 4.8. Similarly, from equation 3, Z1 equal to, from this expression, 1 by 54, 110 minus x naught minus y naught. So this is our first expression, first approximation, which is 110 by 54, 2.037. So these are the values of x1, y1 and z1. So in Gauss-Jacobi method, we should replace the values of x0, y0, z0 in all the three expressions. Okay, so we found x1, y1 and z1. Now substitute x1, y1 and z1 again in this expression 1, 2 and 3. We can get the second approximation. That is x2 equal to 1 by 27, 85 minus 6y1 plus z1. y2 is 1 by 15, 72 minus 6x1 minus 2z1. And z2 is 1 by 54, 110 minus x1 and z1. That is, we are substituting the values of x1, y1, z1 in all the three expressions. We obtain x2, y2, z2. Now, in the third approximation or third iteration, substitute the values of x2, y2 and z2. In the place of x, replace x2. In the place of y, y2. And in the place of z, z2. In equations 1, 2, expressions 1, 2 and 3. We obtained x3, y3 and z3. These values are not approximately equal, so we are moving on to another iteration, fourth iteration. Substitute the values of x3, y3 and z3 in the place of x, y, z in expressions 1, 2 and 3. Okay, we get x4, y4 and z4. Similarly, fifth approximation iteration, substitute the values of x4, y4, z4 in expression, given expression 1, 2 and 3. So repeating this process, x6, y6, z6 and substituting x6, y6, z6, we get x7, y7, z7 and 8th iteration and 9th iteration. Okay. So, if we compare the 8th and 9th approximation, the values are approximately equal. So, we can stop here. The value of x is 2.426, approximately 3.573 and value of z is 1.926. So, this is Gauss-Jacobi method. We are substituting the values of first iteration in second iteration. And values of second iteration in third iteration, values of third iteration in fourth iteration. So repeating this process, we obtain the final value. But in Gauss-Seidel method, the first approximation, we should substitute y0 as 0 and z0 as 0 in 1. That is 1 by 27, the same expressions. 85 minus 6y0 plus z0 equal to 3.14. And we have found x1 here. So we should replace in the place of x, x1 to find y1. So to find y1, in the given second expression, replace the nearer found value. 72 minus 6 x1 minus 2 z0, which is 3.541. And z1 is 110 minus x1. So here we found x1 and this here we found y1. So substitute x1 and y1 to find z1. That is 1.913. So this is our first approximation. The values of x1, y1, z1 in Jacobi and Seidel methods are different. And in the second iteration, substitute the values of y1 and z1 to find x2. And we have found x2 here. Okay. So substitute the x2 in y2. So x2 and z1. The next found value is y2. So in the third equation, z equation, substitute the value of y2 and x2. Therefore, 110 minus x2 minus y2 is 1.926. Similarly, the procedure is repeated. Y2 and Z2 to find x3. This is our x3. So, in the place of x, replace x3. In the place of z, replace z2. We obtained y3. Now, we have found x3 and y3. So, substitute in this third equation, we get x3, y3. The value of z is 1.926. Similarly, fourth iteration. Y3 and z3 to find x4. Now, substitute this x4 here itself. So, x4 z3 we get 3.573 and 110 minus the next found value is x4. So, substitute x4 and y4 for x and y to find z4. Hence, the values of x, y and z are x equal to 2.426, y equal to 3.573 and z equal to 1.976. That is, the value of x3 is 2.426 and value of x4 is 2.426. They are same. So, we can stop here, and value of y3 is 3.573 and value of y4 is 3.573. Similarly, value of z3 is 1.926 and value of z4 is 1.926. So, the values are same in x, y and z. Therefore, the final answers are x equal to 2.426, y equal to 3.573 and z equal to 1.926. So, one important concept is in Jacobi method, we take the initial iterations as x0, y0 and z0 and substitute the values of this in the place of x, y, z to obtain the first approximation x1, y1 and z1. In all the three equations, we should substitute in the place of x, x0 and in the place of y, y0 and in the place of z, z0. We obtain x1, y1, z1. Now, in the second approximation or second iteration, in the place of x, replace x1, place of y, replace y1 and in the place of z, replace z1 in all the three equations. Okay, we get x2, y2, z2. Similarly, to obtain the third iteration, in the place of x, replace x2, in the place of y, replace y2, in the place of z, replace z2. In all the three equations, we get x3, y3, z3. So, the procedure is repeated. But in Gauss-Seidel method, we should replace y0 and z0 to obtain x1. Okay, so this is our first approximation. And to obtain y1, we should replace x1 and z0 in equation 2. So, this is equation 1 and equation 2. And in the equation 3, we have found y1. Okay, so we should replace y1 and z0 to obtain z1. So, the first values are x1, y1 and z1. So, in the second approximation, in equation 1, replace y1 and z1. In equation 2, replace, we obtain x2 here. Okay, so we replace x2 and z1 to obtain y2. In equation 3, we should replace x2 and y2 to obtain z2. So, in the second approximation, we obtain x2, y2, z2. So, the next found values are substituted. Near found values are substituted to find the next values. So, this is the difference between Gauss-Seidel and Gauss-Jacobi method. But Gauss-Seidel method is Easiest method. Easiest means we can obtain the final answer in few iterations itself. In iteration 5 or iteration 4, we can obtain the final answer compared to Jacobi method. Thank you.